U.S. President Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill may be focused on U.S. voters, but here's the thing. There's this tiny section buried deep inside the bill that could have a surprisingly big impact on you here in Canada.
The big, beautiful bill, it's the big, beautiful tax cuts, really, and regulation cuts and many other things.
Yeah, let's focus on the many other things. In fact, let's dial into Section 899. Section 899 would make changes to the withholding tax on U.S. stock dividends. This is a tax many Canadians already pay if you hold investments in the state. So if this is passed, the bill could increase those taxes by 20 to 50%. That could have a big impact on your investment portfolios and your retirement plans. Here to tell us what all of this means for Canadian investors and how you can prepare is personal finance columnist for the Globe and Mail, Rob Carrick, in Ottawa this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, Rob, let's start with the basics. What is the withholding tax and what is Section 899 trying to change?
Well, what it would do is it would take away some of the dividends you get when you invest in U.S. stocks and exchange-traded funds and mutual funds that invest in U.S. stocks. So a U.S. stock pays a dividend, and under this bill, anywhere from 20% to half of it could be snatched away by the U.S. government as a tax, and you lose that money. So you're getting dividends, and a lot of people invest for dividends. They come in every quarter. It's a nice source of cash, especially for retirees. Under this bill, you could lose a substantial chunk of that, and I think that's got people alarmed. It's like, I may have to reconsider my U.S. investments because of that.
I bet. Yeah, so when somebody's watching right now and they're sitting having their breakfast at home, they're like, wait, is this for me, the everyday investor, or is this for big companies, big investors? Who's this? Who does this? Who are we talking about?
Well, you know, if you have any personal investments, and it could be American stocks, or it could be American mutual funds or American exchange-traded funds, this could affect you. Now, is this a game changer where you have to go out right this morning and make big changes in your investment portfolio? I would say please do not do that. First of all, this legislation is being tinkered with. It's not a done deal. It's going to go through this way. There could be changes. We know that Canada and the U.S. are negotiating constantly on trade, and I think all the factors in this bill might just be in play. Second of all, U.S. stocks aren't, for Canadian investors, the biggest piece of their portfolio. And so I think we may just want to wait and see how this plays out. But it is something to consider. If you are an investor who has a ton of U.S. stocks, and there are Canadians who are like that, and you are just grabbing up those dividends every month and using them to pay your living expenses, then you may want to recalibrate your holdings once we find out how this all plays out and the bill gets passed.
Some experts believe this move is retaliation for Canada's digital services tax on U.S. big tech. Is there truth to that?
Well, I mean, the president hasn't come out and said that that's the case, but the bill is also going by the name of the Revenge Bill, and it's thought that this is being used as a stick to beat up people who are taxing U.S. tech companies through the digital services tax. Now, it's interesting that our finance minister said that we're not at this point looking at getting rid of the digital services tax. So that suggests that investors here need to keep their eye on this Section 899 to see how it plays out and how it might affect their U.S. holdings.
Well, Rob, it is absolutely fascinating. I want to let you know that I read Carrick on Money all the time. I'm a big fan of your work.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us today and walking us through this. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure to do it. Take care.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.